Hi, this is Produce with Pamela for Blue Book Services. Let's talk about plastic. And I know a lot of people talk about plastic. We're talking about it all the time. I feel like I'm talking about it at least weekly. So in the grape category in produce departments, over the last decade or so, we've seen the packaging change over from what was this kind of filmy plastic that gets a little cloudy and sticky when the grapes are in it, to more of a clear pouch bag. Here's the deal about these pouch bags. They're clear, they're awesome, the grapes look beautiful. You can, the shippers typically fill them up with 2 to 2.5 pounds of grapes. It's a great ring for retailers. The problem with them is, right here, they've got these zippy things. They should be resealable. Most of the time they're open when they're in the store. This is not recyclable, not even remotely. I mean, we're not even pretending here. It's a number 5 here, which technically I'm sure somewhere in the world could be recycled. But in my suburban Austin, Texas based location here, this goes in the trash. Enter another style of grape packaging, and that is something that we are very familiar with in other categories like strawberries. We've got fixed weight clamshells, and this is a punnet clamshell, whatever you want to call it. This is a 1 pound package, and what's appealing about these is that with the growth of retailers that don't do random weight produce, like a Trader Joe's or a Dollar General, and even Target in some cases doesn't, in some of their urban stores, they don't want to deal with having to have loose produce and then weighing produce. They want to sell everything by unit price. This is the solution for that. This lets everyone see everything, and you can actually recycle them. It's a number 1 PETE, which is the standard, like water bottles and chamoy for your mangonadas. That's the standard one that most recyclers will pull out, but it turns out that a lot of the municipal recycling facilities won't actually pull clamshells. They leave them whether there's too much sticky stuff on them, or they don't recognize it as a number 1. That's a problem. That's plastic. That's an issue. It's not going into the stream of recycling. So Deka and Hackett has a new package for grapes, which should be familiar with from anyone who's been in the biz for a while. You might recognize a paper tote, right? This is their Eco Tote, and they are promoting it as a reusable, recyclable, and this will even biodegrade, unlike plastic, in your regular trash. They want you to reuse it first. So it's got the twisted handles here, so it's a little different than some of the totes that I've seen out there. So this is the new from Deka and Hackett, and they're promoting it as a plastic-free option. And this is something we're going to have to explore over the next year or two, of what are we going to replace plastic with, because we can't have in a produce department, you can't have loose grapes on a large scale. Anyone who tries to tell you that you can go packaging free with something like grapes might forget what happens when you have packaging free grapes. It's called grape shatter. It's when grapes become disconnected from the bunch, and it actually, bananas get a bad rap, but it's actually grapes that are the slip, trip, and fall hazard in most produce departments. So it's a liability issue of having all of these bulk displays. Plus, when you start like stacking grapes upon grapes upon grapes upon grapes, then the ones on the bottom, of course, get really squished badly. And a package like this helps keep that in line. When we go into the tote bags like this gives an appealing display for retailers, and it gives a lot of marketing space. And also, Deka and Hackett's doing a little hashtag here to show us what people are doing with their reusable grape packages. Maybe a cute little tote bag to send something. I don't even know what I would use it for, because I'm not that crafty. I'm not that Pinterest mom. So it's a really interesting concept to bring back the tote and to talk about this as a plastic-free option, to market this as a plastic-free option for an increasing number of consumers who want to get away from what they see in the produce department. So I'd be interested to see how this goes over at retail and how this goes over with consumers. So we'll be watching. Is this the resurgence of tote bags as we try to get away from plastic? So again, this is Produce with Pamela for Blue Book Service.
Hello, it's me, Uli, and we are talking about grapes. So here's a green grape. These have different flavors than the black grape and the red grape. So this is just like papery stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like a rope paper stuff. This is strong, this is strong, this is strong. Now, this is awesome, this is awesome, this is awesome. Now, let's talk about apples now. So in another video,